TimeRust.com proudly presents the Time Rust Brain Trust.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Time Rust Brain Trust podcast. We're actually taping at the Lost Legion Games and Comics.
Big shout out to Dave and Jackson and all the guys at Lost Legion for opening up their store to us, which is pretty awesome.
So true.
We are surrounded by comics, more comics, figurines, comics,
Magic
Dimension
cards.
Comics, Magic cards.
Tabletop game. And a lantern I'm probably going to buy.
I really want to buy everything right now. That giant lantern, it's the fit scale
Power
Green
battery.
Lantern power battery ring. Now, but which one is it? Is it the movie one that looks like
No,
green
no,
poo?
no,
It's the real one.
It's the actual DC version.
It's the real one.
The licensed one that I'm going to sit on my coffee table.
That actually is the best thing you can do. And notice it is 1-to-1 scale, so it's huge.
It's the first in a series of 7. They will bring out a lantern for each core, and I will probably
Buy a lot of them.
buy
That is pretty
all
amazing.
of them. I'll buy the orange one and never display it, and I'll keep it somewhere safe.
Because it's yours.
Because it's mine.
Good job.
Not everyone's going to get that, but that's okay, because the people that are listening to this should get it. That's all I got to say. You going up and down?
Let's get this ball rolling.
Yeah.
All right, so to my left is
What it
Marquise.
is, folks.
To his left is Eli.
Hey, that's me.
To his left is Steve.
Yo, what's up?
Steve's fresh from...
GamesCom!
And we're going to talk about that in a little bit, and I'm
Just a little
Nathan. Yeah, just a little bit, maybe 15, 20 minutes, whatever.
How much time do we have in the show?
Well, they close, I think, at 9, so we're going to try to get out of here before that. So, Marquise, what are you doing?
Oh, simple stuff for me. It's a game called Splinter Cell Blacklist. If you've seen me, I failed in the early play this Tuesday on Time Rust Tuesday, but since then, in the past 2 days, I have gotten way better. Way better. I understand the controls now.
I slightly watched that episode just a little bit. It's not hard to get way better.
Yeah, thanks.
Aww.
Thanks.
Nothing but love for you, Marquise.
It's so true.
The gamer spirit burns bright within you.
I know.
He was just not doing well.
All
on
the
Tuesday.
well.
I wasn't. I played some Dead Rising 2. Free game for Xbox Live.
Good game.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Well, it's not an amazing game, but it's fun.
It's a great game. It's fun.
And
He
then
doesn't want to deal with double chainsaws.
There was a lot more to do in this one than there was in the first one, so I
The best
enjoyed
one
that.
is the automatic wheelchair machine gun.
Yes,
Yeah.
that thing is pretty great.
Let's see what else I did. I watched Raw this week. I watched Monday Night.
Dude, it was one of the best
We can't keep
ones.
apologizing for that every week.
No, it was, guys, it was really good. I'll go into more
It was
detail.
really good.
Great.
So
You don't know.
yeah,
I
seriously.
don't because I don't watch.
What else, Marquise?
I thought we voted wrestling.
I read.
No.
I read Infinity. I started reading Infinity issue 1.
I played Infinity.
Well, you played.
You'll
Infinity.
talk about that later.
I read Marvel's Infinity.
Oh,
That
I
different.
played the good one.
The real Infinity.
Yeah.
The
Whatever.
one that's going to
Anyway,
be in my game console.
I read Wolverine the X-Men this
So
week.
good.
I read Uncanny X-Men. I mean, I tried to quote a lot of comics. They're all pretty good stuff. I read Naruto 643, which
Was a good
pretty
one.
awesome.
Pretty boss.
I was pretty impressed.
I've got predictions about that I'll spell all over the place.
Yeah, and then I read. I caught up with the Breaker finally. Steve got me hooked on the Breaker, and I spent a weekend rocking out the Breaker and the Breaker New Wave, so I'm all caught up with that.
It's Korean, which is really. I mean, I've got some hope in the Korean anime in this one.
So yeah, that was pretty awesome. That was pretty much my week. I watched a few movies here on Netflix. I watched The Expendables 2, stuff like that. You know, because Jean-Claude Van Damme kicking a dude in the chest. It's pretty awesome.
I think the whole movie, the
Yeah, I
concept.
need to
of
watch
the
that one.
experience is
Yeah,
What?
the whole concept.
What?
Dude, Harrison Ford signed on for 3.
Yeah.
No.
Mel Gibson did too. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Dude, he's trash.
Yeah, I saw his arms. They're like ginormous.
Sylvester
He's got
Stallone.
nothing else to do but lift weights and work out. Since he isn't really doing anything in the film.
Hey, dude, he's gonna be in the next
I know,
Machete movie.
I know. I saw it.
Machete.
It was just like.
This is his comeback tour.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, that was pretty much it.
That
I'm done.
All right, Eli. What are you doing?
Well, this has been.
Can you take a nap? I have a
Yeah,
gap.
he needs a nap. But this has been a crazy week for me. I got 2 games this week. I got Disney Infinity on Sunday, and I got Saints Row 4 on Tuesday. Both of these games are completely amazing. I'm so happy with Disney Infinity. I only have the starter pack right now. I put the rest of the stuff on layaway. We'll pick that up in about a month. But as far as that game is concerned, I'm ready to buy whatever they throw out. Because
Addict.
I've completed so far the Pirates of the Caribbean storyline, and I've completed the Incredibles playset, and both of those were about 6.5, 7 hours worth of gameplay for me. So for a kid, that's like, I don't know, probably 50 hours, like before they figure out how to play all that. And I'm just really impressed with the way that they did it. Every playset breaks off and it's its own separate game. It has its own separate saves and its own separate like little mini achievement type things. But like it's really well done and it's really cool. And then you get the toy box mode, and you're just left with all this stuff that you need that you want to collect. Like you want to collect all the pieces to build all the different stuff and start creating your own world. And I've gotten into that a lot more today and yesterday, and just started going wild with that.
Yeah, but what's the one downfall? That's not really a downfall, but it kind of is. No, not that.
The one downfall is that when you're getting stuff for your toy box for you to build in the toy box, it's random.
You know, that's not actually what I was looking at. It was the co-op thing.
What's downfall about the co-op thing?
Well, you have to buy a particular character to play co-op with someone.
You just have to have a character from that same universe, and that's not really that. That's
That's
really,
kind of, well, I mean,
that's
you
not a
know,
negative in any way.
it's all right. But when you're playing with toys,
I mean,
who didn't play like Transformers versus GI Joe for fun,
see, that's
or
what
like
they're doing
good,
in
or
the toy
you know,
box. That's what the toy box is.
right in the toy box. I'm just saying though, in the missions, it still would have been cool if they could have done
But
that.
you can't let Lightning McQueen come into the Pirates of the Caribbean world. He can't do anything there. Because he's a car. All he can do is drive.
It'd be funny if it's just telling the kids, "Hey, you failed.
Like
That
you
was
can't climb a
stupid.
cliff.
You shouldn't have
So-
done this."
Your choice was
I mean, in
awful.
order to avoid stupid situations like that, where somebody puts Lightning McQueen on a portal and then
Get to,
can't
to
do
listen to a car
anything.
drown in-
How about the cryogenically frozen head of Walt Disney comes out of the ocean and
I'm
says,
still-
"You're stupid."
You know, since all the stuff in the toy box is random, I haven't gotten that item yet.
That's dark, dude.
I'm hoping it's in there, but
Yeah.
Saints Row 4 is ridiculous.
Dude, that game is.
If you have not seen the first half hour, 45 minutes of this game, you need to go back to either my stream or the Time Rush Tuesday stream and watch the first part of that game, because absolutely hysterical the intro to this game. So well done. They know how to make a funny game. Not a lot of people know how to do humor in a video game, but the guys at Volition have got it figured out pretty well. They've got pretty good grip.
I wish these guys had did the Deadpool game.
Oh.
The Deadpool game had some funny moments
You mean so
to
then
it,
the
but
Deadpool game would be funny and good
Yeah.
yeah.
instead
Oh.
of slightly funny and bad?
I like the direction they went with the Deadpool game, but the execution was poor.
Well, it's Activision. What do you expect?
Volition would have killed it because they killed the game.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first half hour, 45 minutes, and it's absolutely
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it is.
Well, I really
And it
want-
just gets even more ridiculous from there.
I want to see what you guys think about it going into, like, say, hour 8, hour 10, hour 50.
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering if you're going to have the same tune or if you're going to be like, you know, it got a little silly, and then you know, I just kind of got bored with it. So I'm wondering, because like all the others I can play for 50 hours
The
straight.
game, I can't speak too much of it past like the intro and like the first couple missions, because at the point that I'm at, it turned into Crackdown, and I'm trying to find all 1,255 orbs that are scattered around the city.
Wow.
Because that's what I do in that type of game. And
So they were kind of making fun of Crackdown
they're not making fun of it.
by
I mean,
giving you a Crackdown-like thing.
Yeah, but they've definitely got way more collectibles than any game I've ever played before, too. And it's gonna take a while to get them all. But that's how you upgrade your powers. So it's got a good reason to do so. But I've been doing that. I've been streaming on my Twitch channel. Been really successful with Disney Infinity. I've gotten a lot of views from that.
Because that game is awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome, and there's a lot of people out there that are curious to find out, you know, what the game's all about and see how it plays. So I've had record views every day on my Twitch site, and I'm pretty stoked about that.
You know, we've actually had a lot of views on our YouTube page. I don't know if I've told you guys. We actually, at this point, have more on our YouTube page than our website.
Yeah, I've sent some people over, because people like video content.
Yeah.
I've sent some people over there from my stream to check out some Minecraft videos and stuff that we put on there, and so hopefully we get some more views, and hopefully those views then they say, oh, well, you know, this timer stuff's pretty cool, let me see what their website's like.
There you go.
I mean, so like it's a lot easier for people to get into watching something on YouTube than it is to read an article, because that takes a little more investment.
Plus, we're all lazy now.
Yeah. But that's what I've been doing, and I will continue to do so this week.
Excellent. Steve, what are you doing?
Well, Nate, I'm glad you asked.
The short version, then you get to the long one.
Okay, the short version is
The 5 minute, then the 15 minute.
short version. I went to Gen Con, and it was amazing. Aside from that,
Now, for people that don't know, where is Gen Con?
I went to Indy Gen Con in Indianapolis.
Because there's multiple, aren't there?
Because there's multiple
Yeah.
Gen Cons, but I went to Indianapolis because one of the people I went with, my future sister-in-law, has family up there. And we stayed up there and we did some other stuff aside from going. I only went to Saturday. Next year I plan on going for all 4 days, which is why the amount of content I'll be keeping on is very limited. But it was pretty fabulous. Aside from that, I'm getting ready to put some of my concept art for my upcoming comic on DeviantArt and perhaps even the website with some storyboarding. Because I've done a lot of work, but posted a review from Greatest Heroes, which is one of my new favorite shows on YouTube. Let's see. I dusted off Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 because I read my Game Informer and they were talking about Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yes.
So I need to get my new save file prepared for that.
That's
Bom, bom, bom.
looks
So good!
incredible.
Next gen.
You know, but the scary thing is, Dragon Age 2 looked incredible,
And it sucked.
and it sucked.
Yeah, but it was rushed. This isn't rushed.
Actually, Dragon Age 2 wasn't awful. It was
just dumb.
No,
It was bland.
awful.
It was boring.
It had its
You
story.
ran the same dungeon every mission.
Its story elements
sucked.
were.
And then you mashed the A button a lot.
It was convoluted. I felt like I was playing a
I
JRPG.
didn't mind the mashing of the A button too much.
I played it on computer, which makes it infinitely better.
Well, I played it, what was it, on the 360, and I exploited the hell out of that one little, the bunny glitch. Became super powerful, and then got bored because it
That's
was...
what happens when you cheat at video games.
No.
You have no reason to play that.
No, it leveled everyone up, so they would stay on par with me.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, this isn't even fun at this point. It's like I have all these spells and
Yeah.
things, and they're like super powerful too. Like I kind of wanted to just steamroll over them.
Yeah.
Had so many plot holes. I could have driven a truck through it. But aside from that, I did enjoy the game as a smaller part. But I haven't actually done any gaming largely this week because of work, and I finished my illustrations for the book I'm illustrating, and I'm going to turn that into an author, which is
Yeah, buddy.
hopefully,
You know,
published.
that's impressive, Steven.
Yeah. Aside from that, let me see. What else have I done? I finished season 5 of Doctor Who, which was David Tennant's run, and it made me sad. I cried a little. It was awful.
Nathan, obligatory.
You know, I'm gonna let him have it. Just gonna let him have it. He can have his moment.
I dare you to watch that scene with Wilfred crying. There's an old man that is very sad because of the events of the thing, and it is one of the most heart-wrenching things I've ever seen in my life. If your heart does not move, you are dead, sir.
His gamer tag is Scion of Hate.
So?
He has no soul.
I saw.
I can't argue that one way or the other.
I rarely see Nate emote. Nothing but rage.
Anyway, well,
Yay!
we even got that from you when you watched a bad movie, so.
That's different.
It's the circumstances. Anyway.
Yeah, Scary Movie 5.
See, there's the hate.
Oh, bring out the rage.
I saw that hatefulness. Anyway.
Are you the one that attacked the little girl out there?
Moving on.
There was a girl like up in Michigan that got attacked by a
That's
bear.
not funny.
Anyway.
That's not.
All right.
So, aside from that,
A little
That's
much.
bad taste.
it was
Bad for
a lot of good stuff.
Jeez, Nathan.
Well,
We're narrowing down a date for the wedding and things like that. That's
Oh,
stressful
yeah.
enough, and I'm not even doing anything.
Hey, are you, just out of curiosity, are you guys gonna get married before Brandon and Sarah?
No, because they get married in September of this year.
I just feel like it's taken a while. Is it just me?
What, Brandon and Sarah?
To get married? Like, didn't they get engaged like a year or two ago?
That's good.
Not
Why-
really.
why not?
I don't know.
But they've been living together for like 4 years plus.
I don't mean to interrupt, but people don't know what you're talking about, so we gotta
Their
move.
test driving relationship. It was good anyway. So,
What? All right.
we went to the bachelor party. I'm pretty excited. So,
Is there gonna be gaming?
of course.
That's what I thought.
Yes, because we don't do things near. We do things right
Anyway.
near after parties.
So, aside from Gen Con and drawing and working a lot, I haven't really done anything substantial. Aside from reinstall 2 games that I've been playing through as quickly as possible with cheats, so I can build a save file worthy of Inquisition.
Yeah.
Now the decision is, do I play Inquisition on my 4th gen console, or do I play it on my computer?
Yes.
Both. Yes to both.
Yes.
Which means that if I decide to play it on my console, then I don't need to reinstall both games, and I can just say,
Yeah,
That's what you should do.
because honestly, you know, you've got a nice TV now.
because really the decisions
Playing
from
games on your couch is better than sitting in an office.
It
the
really
decision
is.
from the first Dragon Age game didn't really affect the second game, and I still, because there's some parts where I just was like, well, Anders, I played the expansion, but you were a pretty cool character, and then I played this game, and I hated you all the time. You make no sense. You are a paradox.
Barrel.
I kept waiting for like the little blue police box to show up to fix my game, but it didn't work out. Or at least I was hoping maybe Bethesda would be at Gen Con to apologize for the stinky turd that was the last couple of games.
Nah, they're.
Bethesda, BioWare, my mistake.
Well, I was gonna say Bethesda's too busy getting ready for QuakeCon.
And they're getting
Quick
ready
one's already
to.
over.
Yeah, no.
I'm pretty excited for.
Next year.
They're getting ready for next year
Yeah.
already.
So, yeah, and I pre-ordered my copy of the Firefly board game,
Huh.
which I will touch upon in my review of my Gen Con experience.
Excellent.
Very cool.
And that,
Alright.
sir, is what I have been doing over the last week.
Sounds nifty.
So, Nate,
So Nathan,
what have you been doing?
what have you been
What is it that
doing?
you've been up to?
Let's see.
Didn't.
See, we can do. Sometimes I do the "What have you been doing," but then I do the other one just because it sounds funnier. If anyone ever cared to ask that before
Nope.
this, no, okay. So, anyways, I played 0 games. I watched other people play Splinter Cell and Saints Row. I did, however, get to watch No One Lives. Holy crap, that is a dark and scary movie.
Well, the title is No One Lives.
What's it about?
It was actually done by WWE Studios, and it's the guy was he plays Zeus in Immortals. I don't know if you remember him, but he
is the
is
sequel No One Lives Forever?
no, and you're fired. Steve kill him. So, anyways, basically, I'll give you what was in the trailer. There's a couple sitting at a bar somewhere, and suddenly they
Explode?
Yeah, no.
Neat.
This jerk comes up and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And then later on, he runs them off the road and kidnaps them and is going to ransom them for money. Okay, hold on. All right. Then
Is it as good as the Marine?
It's much better. They're going through his
You almost
stuff.
joked on it.
They're going through his stuff, and they go into the trunk, right, of his car. They find a blonde girl in there,
Don't you have enough sad in your life?
and they're like, "Is he dead? Did you kill him? Is he dead?" I'm like, what? Did you kill him? Turns out the dude is crazy. The one that was supposed to be the rich guy, that was driving across country. He had kidnapped a girl almost a year ago, and him and his girlfriend at the time were driving around looking for a place to live. And then this thug decides to kidnap them. For WWE fans, Brodus Clay was in this. That's the big dude. That's the Funkasaurus, and he gets killed pretty much early on. And then what was it? The dude actually hollows out his body.
And use them like a canoe?
No, he
Pass.
gets inside his body, waits for people to take the corpse and move it into something else. And they do that, and then he sits up and pushes the husk off of him, and he's just covered in blood, and then he goes and kills everyone.
Because I told you, no soul.
Well, also,
Soul to be born.
the little lady actually loves horror films, so I try to get them for her.
That explains a lot.
Anyways, so then I went watched Under the Dome. Really good episode. A lot of people died. They're starting to go kind of crazy.
What?
This is a good episode.
A lot of people
because
died.
A lot of people died.
I've been watching Blood Lad on Hulu Plus. It's a great anime. It's a silly vampire anime, but it's fun. It's funny. It's fun. I enjoy it. Attack on Titan. Once again, amazing.
So good.
It's gotten so much better. I think was this the episode where the new female Titan took a human by the 3D maneuvering device, which is like a grappling system, started spinning him like a yo-yo or something, and smacked him into a tree.
And he exploded. It was like...
So extremely violent, but amazing.
The comic is really good so far.
I enjoy the crap out of this show.
It's...
And I want to mention something that I don't normally
There was
talk about. Suits. You guys watch Suits? You ever watch Suits?
No.
Suits is actually a fun show. Like, people, they're like, oh, I'm watching Bare Notice, I'm watching, Necessary Roughness, yeah, it's a fun show. It's really well done, and it has good cinematography for a TV show. Most of it's shot in a, studio that looks like it's supposed to be up on the 53rd floor of a building in New York, but I enjoy it. They've really kind of gone balls to the wall with it. But the one thing I wanted to talk about, that's the most enjoyable thing I watched this week, had to have been Monday Night Raw. Now you're saying, what? No.
Steve takes his nap.
No.
Eli zones out.
Okay. So, one of the best times in wrestling history, the last 20 years, Stone Cold versus Vince. Just the whole McMahon era where he's, screwing him over. It was awesome, right? Okay. What happened at SummerSlam? For those of you who don't know, SummerSlam was actually pretty good. Daniel Bryan versus John Cena. John Cena has this, knot of fluid on his elbow. It's like basically, I don't know, not a tennis ball.
Muscle.
Yeah, they say it was torn, and then the fluid's been collecting on his elbow. It's disgusting. They say he might be out for 4 to 6 months for this, but he'll probably be back in 2 weeks. So then it's how he rolls.
Man's dedicated.
Daniel Bryan
Man's an idiot.
beat the crap out of John Cena. It was a great match. It ended up being striking moves to win. He did like a big, I think, roundhouse kick, and then did a running knee to the face, which was actually, I saw a picture of it, very impressive.
Dude, they beat each other up this SummerSlam.
Which is awesome.
We had this huge black eye from this match with Christian.
Yep.
CM Punk could barely walk down to the arena.
Yep.
They were
That's what I want.
Physical. SummerSlam.
Brock Lesnar took the rest of the year off because he can. And then here's how it ends, though. Here's how the actual pay-per-view ends. Daniel Bryan's a champion. Everyone's cheering like, yes, yes. 30,000 people are on their feet. Randy Orton's music plays. He comes down to the ring.
Challenges him.
He's getting ready to. Before he does that, the special guest referee for the WWE title match was Triple H. Triple H and Randy Orton have hated each other for years. They had these like brutal, feuds. Kicks Daniel Bryan right in the nuts. Gives him a pedigree. Randy Orton comes in, hands him the Money in the Bank contract that he won at Money in the Bank, which you saw that.
Yeah.
Where he won. It wasn't as good as the one where...
it was kind of crap.
Yeah, the other one was much better. And this is why. They were building up to this moment. He wins. He's now champion. Monday.
That's crap.
That's crap. They're having a coronation ceremony. They line up all the wrestlers up on the stage. The Shield is guarding Triple H, Randy Orton, and Stephanie and Vince. So it's like, oh, so he's been behind it the whole time. Triple H is an evil, evil man. Awesome. Daniel Bryan comes down, and he's like, no, let him through. Just let him through. The Shield pounces on Daniel Bryan, of course, and then just as he finally is about to get in, after they stop beating on him, not because he tried, but because they were told to quit, kicking the crap out of him, he gets into the ring and gets an RKO. They play the music. Randy Orton, Triple H, Vince, and Steph raise their arms in victory, look at his lifeless body, call it a day.
And
we have
the new corporation was born.
So going back to the old school, you got the little man. Instead of being like the rebel,
Except this is crap.
instead of it being the rebel, it's the little man. Dude, this is so great.
No,
Like Daniel Bryan is an amazing wrestler. Stone Cold is also an amazing
And so for
wrestler.
them to do that, just to create a storyline that sucks,
No, that's a good
You
storyline.
just hate it because it's different.
it's not different.
It's
the same
actually-
stuff they've always done.
It's something like they've done,
It's
but
crap.
it's an old school line, or
It's
old
just like
school
you-
story they haven't done in a while, and not like
Come on,
this. They're doing it right.
He hates the new Tom. He hates the new Sam Fisher because his
That's
voice
true.
is different.
It's crap.
That's your fault.
Wait, what? Just because his voice is different?
You
It
didn't
doesn't
hear
sound gruff enough. It doesn't sound like
It
Sam
sounds like
Fisher.
he's 25. He sounds younger than I do.
Is he
Okay,
25?
no, he's a year older than me.
Oh, that doesn't matter. As long as he...
Sam Fisher?
It shouldn't matter.
The guy that
No.
does the voice.
No, the guy that does the
Sam
voice.
Fisher's like 70.
Okay, here's the thing. He can't be 70 and doing this. This isn't the Metal Gear universe. All right,
He had a muscle suit, yeah.
Splinter Cell universe.
the Splinter Cell universe
He's
is
like
a
60.
little bit more
He's like 50.
realistic.
He could do
I'll
it.
give you 50.
A 50-year-old guy could do it. I've seen
If
50-year-old guys do it.
I mean, we've seen
He's
some
like-
famous
he's
people
like
that do
Green
it.
Beret, Navy SEAL.
Whatever.
Black
He-
Ops.
He's
He's
a
a bad
he's a
dude.
Mary Sue character because
He's
he's
Sylvester Stallone.
He's like Chris Redfield. He's a little bit of everything, just enough. And it's kind of duh.
He's Dolph Lundgren.
I call that a Renaissance man when you know a little bit of
I've
everything,
never heard of
but
anyone being in every branch of the service.
no, that's
Special
silly.
Forces.
That's silly.
He wasn't. He was Army, but he was special. He just trained.
Wait, are we talking about Sam Fisher or?
You said Navy
Okay.
SEALs and Green Beret. There's two
Fish?
different branches.
No,
That's it.
Actually, Eli said that. Eli said that because he's full of hate and
Army.
rage.
He was
You
trained
didn't
Army.
hear the voice. It's bad.
It's not that bad.
Anyway.
We can bring it up later. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and switch to the Netflix Gym of the Week. I'll make it quick. I just wanted to do a quick one. Marquise had it last week. I didn't go. I wanted to just say, great classic film that's on Netflix that everyone should watch. 80s film, The Golden Child, Eddie Murphy. You guys,
No.
none of you guys have watched that?
Seen it. Not a fan.
You know what? I thought it was great because it was insane. It was just so crazy. I think it epitomized everything that was wrong with 80s films and put it together. All right, fine. I'll go back to the original one, Beverly Hills Cop. So
I actually would enjoy Coming to America.
There you go.
That movie
Yeah,
is
I
great.
prefer Coming to America.
I was gonna do that next time. I hate you guys, but no, Beverly Hills Cop.
He's got a wallet full of Eddie Murphy
He's like, I
movies
just
lined
have
up.
Eddie Murphy. I
Next
just
is
love
like The Adventures of Pluto Nash. Quickly.
You know that wasn't as bad as they said it was.
that.
That wasn't as
Next
bad
Gym
as.
of the Week, The Nutty Professor.
No,
Dr. Doolittle.
no, 80s Eddie Murphy.
too.
Eddie Murphy Raw, one of the best stand-up video albums,
I'll tell you
whatever of
one
all
of the best
time.
stand-up videos of all time is Robin Williams on Broadway.
That actually was really good.
That is hilarious.
I think it's one of the best things he had ever done, and
I don't think
he should
had
have
a script.
stopped.
I think they basically just said, Robin, go up on stage and
Elephant in the Room,
Go.
Patrice O'Neal. Bam. Watch it.
Actually, that is really good too.
Hilarious.
anything
I
by
miss
Daniel
Patrice.
Tosh or English Black. I'm a big fan of Tosh.
I do like Tosh. Okay, I'll give you this. He is way better than... Crap, I forgot his name. No.
The crappy dude that was in all the movies like
Yes.
6 years ago.
Yeah,
Dan
well,
Cook?
there you go. Thank you. I like how he said the crappy guy in the movies, all those movies 6 years ago, and you're like, oh, that was Dan Cook. Yeah, that's his villain. Yeah.
He's just like, bang!
How I know is because
He's like, I know exactly what
Dan
you're
Cook
talking
is
about when you describe him like
he's
that.
the lead in Disney's planes. Disney Pixar's planes.
Which is, oh, by the way, that was supposed to go straight to video. I
It
don't
wasn't
know.
made by Pixar, like concept wise.
Yeah.
Like it's
It
Pixar,
looked-
but
they were writing.
because it's the world above cars, it was done, I
They
believe,
were
by
rated-
Disney Animation.
They were
Studios.
writing on cars. Yeah, the Pixar label's not even on it.
You know, all right.
It looks dumb.
The Disney animation team can do great things.
Yes,
Tangled.
with their own ideas.
Which is also Wreck-It Ralph.
I was gonna say Wreck-It. I was trying to remember the name. I'm like the red guy. The red.
Wolf
Dude,
was a great movie.
I can't wait for the next
Wolf,
Wreck-It Ralph. To be honest with you, I just want that now. Oh man, Wreck-It Ralph in
Chicken Little was amazing.
Chicken Little.
in Disney Infinity.
And-
Oh,
Yeah, so good.
Oh.
Meet the Robinsons.
I have
Yep.
all of those movies on DVD.
I want to go
I
to.
enjoy Meet the Robinsons.
That movie is awesome. And it's got heart.
Yeah, I kind of teared up towards the end of the movie.
It's good.
Oh my gosh, Eli.
It's got dinosaurs,
I
man.
love that part.
You have to question the
Everyone's
validity
doing
of this
the
plan.
T-Rex right now. By the way, he did it too. All right.
T-Rex and a bowler hat. Best
Aw.
movie.
Wow.
I laugh so hard every time I see that.
Oh, remember when it was on a loop at Circuit City?
Yeah.
And we would see
You
it.
would just stop everything and look up.
The
Oh.
whole
I think you broke my lungs. I love that.
I missed the circuit.
Oh man,
I missed the circuit.
that's.
That shows you that bowler hats are not always cool.
That's right. Yeah.
But they do make things better.
Yeah.
And then they take over the world.
Remember in Back to the Future 3, his ancestor had a bowler hat, and he's like, "Here you go, wear this instead." Like, no, dude,
Yeah.
let him have the bowler hat.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
And then I saw Gladys, and I was like, nope.
Oh.
Nope.
All right, so let's get into the news, and then we'll get to our feature, which is the Gen Con, followed up by GamesCom. So Marquise,
Let's do it. Okay.
tell me about some
Here's our
movies.
top 10 for the week, boys and girls.
Top 10.
Lee Daniels, the Butler, came in number 1 with $24.6 million.
Blows my mind.
I'm gonna go see that tomorrow, probably. We're the Millers came in at number 2 with $17.9 million.
That's surprising.
Elysium came in number 3 with $13.6 million.
Elysium was awesome.
It was a very good movie. I saw it.
It was super good. The violence was amazing.
Yeah, dude, when the blew up the face and then they reconstructed the face, that was amazing.
I was talking about the rail gun through the wall that made the guy explode.
Yes, good times.
Or just the awesome robot animation. Just
Oh.
amazing.
The realistically constructed robot designs.
yes.
Yeah.
He would have. Blomkamp would do such a good job on Halo, and I'm not a Halo fan, and I know he did an excellent job.
Oh no, he would have because he's a good director that makes good movies. All the movies he makes, I like to see.
Elysium had a freaking Halo in it. I mean, come on, it is a Halo.
It did. It did.
Number 4 was Planes at $13.3 million. Number 5 was Kick-Ass 2 at $13.3 million.
That was good.
Yeah, it was
It was fun and violent.
Um,
Violent and fun.
I don't think they needed to make a sequel to that.
Well, they made a sequel book, so.
I know.
So, number 6 was Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters with $8.7 million.
Boo.
Number 7 was Jobs. Jobs came in with $6.7 million.
I need to see that.
Number 8 was Two Guns. and that was at 5.8
That's
million.
still out?
Yep. Number 9 was the Smurfs 2
Unfortunately.
at 4.7 million.
Fail.
And rounding out the top 10 was the Wolverine at $4.5 million.
I can't believe the Smurfs are above
I didn't see
Wolverine.
that either.
One of the movies where the
I'll just
the
wait.
Smurfs is the movie where all the actors
What
pretty
one?
much phoned it in for a
Wolverine.
paycheck.
A free trip to Paris. Pretty much.
If I was
I just really have
contacted
to
by
be
a
motivated
studio
to go to a
and they were
movie.
like, I need you to
Fail.
put some voice work into this movie. I'm like, what is it? And they're like, the Smurfs. And I was like, I don't know. And they'd be like, well, we're going to take you to Paris. I'd be like, let's do this.
I just
Do
want
it.
to, I just
I'll
want to
take that
stay at
paycheck.
home.
Yes, please. I'll phone that in.
Blu-rays are good for that. Star Trek comes out soon.
Yeah, next month. Next month is also Iron Man
Yeah,
3. So it's
I'm gonna wait a
gonna,
while on that one.
it's gonna hurt my wallet.
Yeah, I might have to.
I'll probably wait till that one's clearance.
I still got to round
Bargain
up.
basement. Iron
Oh,
Man
dude,
3.
don't give me that crap. It was a good film.
was
I
not
still,
that great.
I still got
It was still better than Dark Knight Rises.
That's
No.
not hard to do.
Yeah, I know.
The bottom of my shoe is better than Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, it was still a good movie. Star Trek Into Darkness is better though, but it's still a good
yeah.
movie.
The Dark Knight Rises would be a good movie.
Star Trek Into Darkness is a movie this summer.
Oh,
Should have been called the Dark Knight
You know-
Returns.
summer's
Or-
almost over. We'll have to talk about that. We
Should've
gotta
been-
count Riddick in
It should
though.
have been
The Dark
Batman.
Knight. The Dark Knight watches really good cable in a third.
September's
world
fall.
No.
September.
Or it should have been
Summer
or
ends.
It should have been called what was it? The Dark
Late
Knight
September.
Blitz. This is not a real movie. The subtitle should be "This is
Oh. The Dark Knight does not rise.
He quits.
Just
Phone
doesn't.
that one in. Or
He was like, Christian Bale's like, I'm only available for like 1
20
week,
minutes.
guys. So we need to hurry and get all
the
my
subtitle to The
scenes.
Dark Knight Rises should be, Commissioner Gordon made a bad call. Let's send all the cops into the sewers. Let's just do all that, so that if something happens, there won't be any cops conveniently
No,
to stop it.
it should have been called.
Dude, some of the guys.
The door, he shall appear.
Wow.
The best part about that movie, I can't say it's the action sequences because they were.
Anne Hathaway is Catwoman all day.
Stay a while and listen, Batman.
Deckard Cain is a bad guy.
Deckard Bane.
Deckard Bane.
Also, I forgot to mention that. Did anyone see the?
We'll get to that.
Talk about it.
Let's talk about some games real quick. Well, we got new releases for this upcoming week.
Well, you know, if you didn't think that this week was bad enough with 3 like major games coming out at the same time,
Wait. Okay, yeah, you weren't counting the Bureau because that was
2.5.
garbage.
oh no, that's not garbage. It was a good game.
It's mixed.
No.
Mixed reviews. Mixed reviews.
It looked cool. I
Is that the
watched some
XCOM?
games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That looked really good. That was actually supposed to be.
This week
we'll talk.
on Sunday, we'll finally see the retail release of New Super Luigi U. You can pick that up at retailers now on disc. You see,
I'm glad
Pixel Junk Monsters has finally made its way to the PC. The Ultimate version HD will be available on the 26th, which is Monday. Final Fantasy XIV: Realm Reborn for PS3 and PC comes out on Tuesday.
I'll remember not to pick that up.
Lost Planet 3
Yeah.
comes out on Tuesday as well.
I would say
another
Xbox
Lost
360,
Planet?
PS3, and PC.
I kind of it's a prequel to the
Dude, if it does,
Yeah,
if
it's
it
kinda
doesn't
like-
have Marcus and Dom in it, I don't want to play it.
That's
Marcus and
Actually,
Dom.
that's a good
Gears of
reason.
War.
that's Gears of War.
I
No.
know, but that'd be a good little crossover. But
No, they did
How
that.
would that
They
be a
leave
good
Sarah.
crossover?
They leave Sarah, and they, oh my goodness, we found this planet. We can survive one.
Don't you remember on the 360 those were skins that were downloadable?
For
Lost Planet 2, yeah.
Oh.
Don't remember that?
No, I don't.
It was really weird
I
because
didn't play that game enough because, the online mode was just dominated by the Japanese players that were
Yeah.
like, crazy at grappling and you couldn't hit them.
yeah, they were.
Killer is Dead also comes out Tuesday. That's the new game by I can't think of the guy's name right now, but the guy that made Piano Tree, Beautiful Joe, No More Heroes.
Because he has a weird name.
There's,
Yeah, I can
there's
never
another
remember.
game that's
Swery.
that studio company.
That's not no.
I say that's not Swery. Swery is really messed up.
Deadly Premonition.
Yeah, he is crazy though.
Hatsune Miku, Project Diva F for the PS3. Madden NFL 25 sees release finally on Xbox 360 and PS3. So all you people out there that continue to buy the same game year after year,
You talking the COD people or the Madden people?
both of them.
Or the FIFA people?
I like Madden personally. So
There's a PSP
I like
game
FIFA.
coming out.
Not really.
Ooh. What's
Sweet
Liar.
Hughes at your side. I don't know what it
PSP?
is.
Who?
Yeah, there's a PSP game coming out.
I've got one.
What's that system? I've never heard of that.
I've got one. I've got two actually.
Castlevania Lords of Shadow Ultimate Steam Edition on the 27th.
So good.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows will round out the Xbox Live Summer of Arcade on the 28th. That's
I'm pretty
Wednesday.
excited for that game actually.
Yes.
More so than the movie.
Did they?
SimCity. SimCity, guys. SimCity
What's that?
comes to the Mac on the 29th.
Why do I care about the Mac?
Pokemon Rumble U downloadable title comes out on the 29th. That's the one where you can buy 18 different little figures to put on your gamepad for your Wii U to bring them into the game Skylanders style. Bioshock Infinite comes out to the Mac. Guardians of Middle Earth gets PC. And that rounds out the week.
Yeah, the last like 5 were all garbage. You're like, I don't.
That's
I
the
don't.
news.
I don't.
Most of the movies on Marquez's top 10 list were garbage, so
That's
that's the news.
Yeah.
That's the hand you're dealt.
It's August and
It's August and there's games coming out.
games are coming out next month. We've got what's that one? What you guys remember the name of it?
Nope.
I can't think of the name. It's
really hard
something
to
with a
get game
V.
title when you're just saying
With a
that
V?
game that's coming out.
It's got a
the
V
title
in
and the
it.
Stuff.
Do you guys remember the name with the V?
Nope.
No. Well, not Grand Theft Auto 5. All right.
That's a no.
That's in September, yeah.
What did I say? I said
Yeah,
next month.
is September. Yeah,
Ah.
that'll be out.
Grand Theft Auto probably not going to play it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I'd rather-
Did,
I'd
did
rather
you
play-
watch the
You watched the
multiplayer?
trailer?
I would rather play Saints Row.
No.
I went through.
Nope.
I did
No.
play Grand Theft Auto 4.
Here's your
That was a
homework
really-
assignment for tonight.
Watch
You go
all the stuff on
home,
Grand
you
Theft
watch
Auto 5.
you watch that trailer,
Multiplayer trailer.
and then come see us next week. And
Yeah.
say you
No,
play
no,
it rather
no.
than
Here's a hint.
I'll borrow it from someone else because I've got to save my money for something bigger and better.
Here's a hint. Did you play Red Dead Redemption?
All of that.
Did you play online much?
Like 50 hours or so.
Oh, you mean where it's like the make a posse and you level up and it's really awesome?
So it's like a better version of Grand Theft Auto 4's online.
And then it takes Saints Row's customization. You can customize your guy and your
And you
house.
get a
So
crib.
it's kind of like APB, but better.
1,000 times better.
I
It,
might have to play that.
they're calling it Grand Theft
Go
Auto
home and watch-
Online.
Go home and watch all
You can
the
create
stuff.
your own story.
Oh yeah,
Go home and watch all the stuff.
that's right. It's got to build whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
Basically,
Yep.
that you don't want that. Though. You know, you just don't.
I don't-
Just don't.
I don't need
Just
that.
don't.
I don't need
Just
that.
don't.
I don't need to buy that.
I think Stacy should buy a Saints Row, and you guys can share it.
I've already got a copy of Saints Row 3.
I'm just saying.
Anywho,
Anyway,
games
What?
are coming out.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So let's talk about Gen Con.
Gen Con. Where do I begin on my adventure to Gen Con?
Tell us about what you packed.
Okay, so
That was a little
Just
much.
kidding,
No.
That's
That was-
too
I
early in the
woke
journey.
up at
That's
6:30.
I hate you.
too early in the journey.
We drove. I didn't. Living in West Virginia is a privilege that I did not understand how the western part of the United States looks. Because the moment I got into
Is this the first time you've been
to Indiana,
west of Ohio?
yes. So the moment I got
Wow.
there, well, no, I've been in like Michigan and stuff like that.
Okay.
The moment I got into like Western Ohio and into Indiana, it was just flat nothingness.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah.
We were gonna try to play the animal game while driving, but it was really hard because there was no
There's no
animals.
animals.
There
'Cause
was
it's just nothing.
I was like, bird! There's a bird!
It's soybean fields, and corn.
Soybeans on one side and corn on the other,
and that's it.
and eventually it just turns into lots of windmills.
Yeah.
And that was it for 6.5,
It's
8,
the
7
worst.
hours. It was. We stopped at this restaurant that I don't remember because the food was not that great, and it's called Roosters. It was supposed to be something about amazing wings. And the wings were.
They have a rooster. They have a roosters in
It's not good. Don't go.
somewhere else that I was at.
It's like meh. Anyway, so I mean, we did a lot
I mean, if you
more.
have B-dubs, you don't need
We did more than just go to Gen Con, but you know, it's not important as compared to Gen Con.
Give us the con! Con!
We woke up early in the morning and we drove to Indianapolis, and we had to drive through this town, but there was a parade, and so it cost us an hour of check-in. It was awful.
God, that sucks.
We saw a pony pulling a cart that was red, white. It was the creepiest, weird festival thing I've ever seen, but there was a Ferris wheel. That's what I remember. Anyway, so we get to will call while I'm standing in line amidst a bunch of dressed up people. There was the major theme that I did see at Gen Con this year was the Doctor. Since the 5th Doctor was actually there, and Doctor Who's really easy to dress up because you just kind of throw on a jacket, a tie, and some chucks, and you're good.
And a scarf.
There was a lot of scarves. Since Anime Day was Thursday, all the anime events and panels and stuff were on Thursday, so I didn't really see a lot of anime characters. I saw a lot of Naruto,
Yeah.
but it was 90% of the Naruto dress up was Akatsuki members. I didn't see one Naruto, I didn't see one Sasuke, I saw one Kakashi, and that was it.
Crazier.
Anyway, so I'm standing in line, and this dude in a spot-on Darth Revan cosplay walks past, and
Nice.
he looked sweet. And it was just, I was like,
Darth Revan is
Really
right up
good.
there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
and then
as far as Darths go.
and then something creepy
He's
happened.
right up there.
So we got our tickets we got our lanyards at the will call, and we went into the convention center. I was like, I need to find something to buy because I'm in the mode of con. And we passed some really good. It was the guy had won second place in Friday's cosplay event. It was Master Chief and Cortana, and it was amazing looking.
Awesome.
And then that moment was ruined by a Captain America Wonder Woman on stilts.
What? On stilts?
They were
No.
on stilts walking through the convention.
My brain hurts.
Exactly. And but there was a whole bunch of Batman villains and stuff, and like some really good. There's some really bad, cheap cosplay, and some people, the group dressed up as the crew from Firefly was really good. So we mainly hit this board game convention because Saturday was all about board games and stuff. And there was a bunch of people playing every kind of board game I can imagine. They were previewing the Firefly board game, which I'm sad that we didn't go on Friday because its pre-release was at Gen Con and it was sold out on Friday, which I've already pre-ordered my copy for the September 15th release, which was cool because I got a Polybag magazine that has that you can only get at Gen Con that has an extra ship that increases the game's player base to 5. You just pick up your crew and you fly around and you do missions, and you're basically just trying to get the most money to win, and people can drop the Alliance and the Reavers on you at any time, which is pretty brutal.
That's actually kind of hardcore.
And it comes with a Stegosaurus miniature that you set on the board, because Wash had one. It's awesome. Anyway, and I went to the Dungeons and Dragons exhibit, and there was a life-size statue of Lolth, the demon spider queen, and it was pretty sweet. I didn't go to any of the events or anything like that because all the ones I wanted to see were earlier in the week and they all cost money. But I did see this really cool game called Golem Arcana. And
I've
what it
seen
is,
some stuff about
it's
that
a
before.
miniatures tactical battle game, and you use and it syncs up with a tablet, and you use a pen that comes with the game to read your figure into the game, and it shows all your figure stats in like real time in 3D, and it's pretty cool. I mean, there was a lot of miniature battle games. Sadly enough, there was a huge following of only dudes playing the My Little Pony card game, which made me laugh.
Do they sell that?
Probably. Anyway,
Oh.
there was some really interesting aerial battle games. Like there was a World War II fighter game, and there was like a pirate game and stuff like that. But aside from that, we went to the Pazio booth, which was huge, and I picked up an art book and things like that. But which happens to be with me right now. Wayne Reynolds, an amazing artist that does all the Pazio art and a lot of D&D. He's also done comic books and a lot of Magic cards. And I found out whilst wandering around waiting for Jim to get an autograph, he had a booth and he was super nice, and I shook his hand, which was like amazing, and he signed my artwork, and he didn't ask for any money for it, but I tipped him anyway because I'm a nice guy and I support that man.
Okay, my question is, did you steal some of his talent? Did you try?
No.
Did you do like some sort of like weird thing with
Did you play the basketball?
No.
Did you let talent play the basketball against Space Jam?
Actually, I was saying, what was that movie that happened not too long ago? Oh yeah, it was terrible. Never mind.
Okay. So also, we went through the War Machine exhibit, which had a 6-foot tall war mech, which was really cool. They had the pods for BattleTech, where they had the big screen TVs out front, and whenever the people get in and they play in the cockpit, it displays it on the TV. And it was really neat because every time they called, you'd sign up ahead of time and you'd pay your money, and they'd call you ahead. And it was like we were walking through to get some food. It was like mech flight 064 mission ready. Report to the flight deck, that kind of stuff. It was really neat.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Dwarven Forge, which was a Kickstarter I supported, which does physical dungeon titles. They had this thing called the True Dungeon, which was a real-time live-action dungeon adventure that you had to sign up for. It had 8,000 tickets and it sold out the first day.
Holy crap!
And you go through, and there's like a forest and a town, and you go through the dungeon with your character. If you actually happen to perish, you are out of the game, and more people come in behind you. It was really neat.
That's awesome.
The night before, there was also a world record of Settlers of Catan. There were 2,200 people playing the game all at once.
I don't know how that's possible.
Not playing the same game, just playing
Oh,
Settlers
okay.
of Catan.
I was going to say, they have enough to make a nation.
A life-size Settlers of Catan board where the pieces were about the size of bowling pins.
That's awesome.
It was really cool.
Settlers of Catan is a fun game.
Okay,
If you haven't played it, you should try and play it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I've never played it.
I've never played it.
Okay. There were industry guests, which had a lot of panels. Lewis Haberson, Keith Baker, Jessica Banks, Wolfgang Bauer, people like that. Didn't go see them. There was a memorandum for Gary Gygax,
Oh.
Yeah.
which made me sad. But two of the best people that were there that I did not get to see were Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman. And if you're not familiar with that, they are the creators and writers of the Dragonlance Chronicles and the modules for TSR. A lot of old TSR people were there, including Brom, who is an old artist that has done White Wolf. He's done all kinds of things. He's done a lot of TSR and alternative work. And I saw, there's that page, so I can properly pronounce his name. There was a panel of people that were signing autographs, and I did not get their autographs because they cost money, which made me sad. But it was Peter Davison, the 5th Doctor. He walked right past us because we were at this booth for Doctor Who, and there was a Dalek sitting by the police box, and it's a robotic Dalek, and people would sit inside it, and they would talk smack as you walked by, and it had a voice filter. It was way cool, and it was. I got a video of Stace sitting there next to him, just like talking to her and stuff. But we were sitting there eating pizza in the food court. And we're just sitting there, and all of a sudden, this girl goes to get on this elevator, and around the corner, the Dalek just drives around the corner, and then it gets on the elevator. I was hoping it would go, elevate! But it didn't. But it was just the weirdest thing. You just see, like, the guy was like, oh yeah, the Dalek's broken, blah, blah, blah. But we're like an hour later, it just drives around the corner and gets on an elevator. It was the coolest thing ever.
Isn't the Dalek being broken a good thing?
Yes, because they hate all things that are non-human and destroy all things in the universe. Anyway,
Exactly.
Neil Grayston was there, who played Fargo on Eureka. He is a tiny little man. Walter Koenig, I did not see him. I wanted to see Chekhov and have him say you can miss this, but it didn't work because I didn't get to see him. I mean, there's all kinds of things to do. I was one of the first people to get at 5 o'clock on Saturday to get the limited edition Pathfinder Munchkin release, which will be out in stores soon. There was a contest for all kinds of things, but one of the most notable features that I forgot to mention was the the area for con widows, which is basically a term used for women who go with their husbands and get abandoned.
I love that.
It was a spa, like day spa activity area. There was an area for children.
I love that.
They helped the kids, and there's
That's
a
kind
part
of
where,
funny.
where you drop your wife off for a day. She would go do her girly thing, and you would go do your con thing. There was even an area for building like fake swords to do like LARPing with and all kinds of stuff. So the seminars, there was something I wanted to watch about miniature painting. So there, just about everything. There was even a whole talk they had about creating worlds and like all kinds of things. There was something about self-publishing. There was another game that I looked at called Cthulhu Wars, where instead of fighting against the old gods, you played one of the old gods fighting amongst yourselves, which was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it looked like an RTS, but so we walked around all day. I saw a lot of things, and another highlight, I met Shomer and Lars from Least I Could Do, and looking for groups.
Yay!
I shook their hands and was I didn't have much to say because I didn't know what to do.
Did you wash your hands afterwards? Because let's face it, I've read Least I Can Do, and you probably need to wash.
Yes, I did actually.
You're like, I'm going to wash my hands after because I know what you do at
So
home.
yeah, there was a lot of panels on anime. There was and
Make
there was
crazy
also-
comics.
There was also the questionable, adult-oriented anime booth, which made me sad.
Were there tentacles?
I didn't see those out in public. But at 9 o'clock on Saturday, which we didn't stay for, there was a dance, and it was you had to come dressed as a zombie. So it was a zombie dance. It was pretty cool. There was auctions. There was all kinds of things. I myself, we stayed until 4:35, and it was just. I mean, I got a bag. I bought some swag, like a T-shirt, but it was just. It was an experience that I enjoyed because everyone. It's something you knew that everyone there. You shared something with. There was some great cosplay. There was some great articles. Next year when I go, I'm gonna go for all 4 days. I'm going to reserve hundreds of dollars to see and do as many events and talks as possible. I want to see the industry guests. I want to see people painting models, miniatures. I mean, I got cards for 4 different Kickstarters I'm going to pledge into.
Jeez.
It's just.
I want this made. All of them.
It's
So
just.
what you're trying to say is you found it, Steve.
I found the con in the place where I think I belong, and I also, it's good because I went to Artist Alley, and even though I didn't buy any prints, because normally their prints were like $200 or plus, there was like one for $800. It was a really, really notable piece from a White Wolf book. I saw the pre-release preview for the 20th anniversary White Wolf Vampire the Masquerade release, and the book is 3.5 inches thick. It's massive, and $80. And it was killing me there.
Jeez.
But there was several artists, I can't remember their names, but I've seen them. It was neat because you go there and you see the people whose art you see on like books. And there was one guy that did a lot of Magic cards, and I've actually got books with his art in them, along with Warfields and stuff. But it was great, and it was an experience I'm going to take with me all year until I go next year. I'm actually planning cosplay and things like that. I've got works for a Blue Lantern costume using blue LED tubing and other such things. So it's pretty rad.
I'm happy for you, Steven. You found your stuff, man.
I found my spirit.
That's pretty fantastical, man.
Yeah.
You definitely should go all 4 days and get with that because it's awesome.
And I also found out that the artist on the front of the program was
It's a pretty lady.
Joe Madrero. So who was my favorite comic artist of all time. So it's pretty rad. I went, I saw, I enjoyed. It was.
I still remember that story Kotaku ran about how
There was actually a dance party there from Otaku as well.
Kotaku.
Is that a Warcraft orc on your shirt?
Nope.
No,
Kotaku had a thing with
it looks like it is.
Well, maybe
they
it is.
they didn't like Joe Mad's art in Darksiders, and I was like,
Who didn't?
Kotaku.
People that don't like good things.
Oh,
Yeah.
You mean that website that's not about games and doesn't count for anything?
Yeah, exactly that one. Yeah. Well, that sounds like you had a blast. I'd say
That's awesome.
if I were going to give, if I were going to write a story based on what you told me, the headline would be,
The
I
down-
left my heart at Gen Con.
Oh, and I saw one of the craziest things that kind of scared me when I saw a really convincing Slender Man cosplay. It was a dude on stilts.
What?
It was creepy because he was
That's
hugging
really
people.
loud.
It really made me.
He was hugging
That's all the Slender
made
Man
me
wants to do
uncomfortable.
anyway, is hug you.
to death.
He's a huggy to death.
He's not going to hurt you if you just let him hug you.
Yeah, so that's what I did. It was great. I got to share it with my friends and family.
He doesn't want you to pick up his paper off the tree. He just wants to give you a hug.
To death.
Of doom.
So, wow.
Next thing.
The red is just the love filling you.
I thought that was blood.
No, you don't actually die. It's just you like so happy.
No matter
That's
what,
not blood
you
coming out of your eyes.
Yeah, that. Anyway,
Marquise is doing the wave.
Anyway,
Is that what that is?
GamesCom was also this past weekend.
Used to be called, formerly it was...
Leipzig, the
Bam.
Leipzig Games Convention. But biggest announcement out of that, let's just get that out of the way. Biggest announcement, PlayStation 4, November 15th. The date is set. So have your monies ready and pick that up. The big question that we have now is, will the Xbox One come out ahead of it?
Marquise, what do you think?
Well, I don't care for the PS4, so.
That's not the question. The question is, do you think the Xbox One will come out ahead of the PS4?
No, well, I don't care for the PS4, so I think it will.
No.
I
You're not understanding.
I understand the question.
Will it come
I have
out
the question.
before or after the PS4?
He was going to give a long-winded
I was
one.
going to leave a long-winded answer.
No.
Yeah.
But okay, since Eli wants me to answer,
Cut a brother a
it's-
break.
It's,
Jeez.
it's gonna come out before. It has. Microsoft has to come out before Sony.
I think so too.
You have to
the
because
price point
Sony even
is
said
so-
it. Sony's going to keep on the attack. They're on the attack. They're going to keep on the attack.
You know what, though? That doesn't mean they're going to win. I don't know what
It
winning
doesn't, but they're
means.
going.
There is no winner.
Yeah, there's no winner. We
There's
lose.
no real winner because everyone's
I
going
win
to win,
because I get 2 brand new consoles this fall. I don't care.
and they win because they get money. So it's a win-win.
But I just think it seems like, Microsoft's not announcing a date. They're waiting for Sony to announce their date. They did. Now Microsoft's going to come out and say, oh, we're coming out November 5th.
they're probably planning on bundles and stuff too, and
And I don't think they'll do any bundles.
I think the Xbox One is a bundle because it's
Well,
bundled
they did
with
announce
Kinect.
a bundle in Europe. In Europe, the Xbox One is bundled with
FIFA 15. FIFA. And that also, the Xbox One edition comes with an exclusive gameplay mode. The name escapes me because I don't care. We probably won't even get that mode in
Because
America.
it's soccer.
It's football, alright?
Yeah.
It's football.
I like the World Cup, and that's it.
I really don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I also don't care about Madden. I don't care about NBA Live.
hey.
So,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So-
But
PlayStation also announced they finalized their launch lineup, so that's all done. They
And
also,
Vita price drop.
they dropped the price of the Vita. All PlayStation Vitas are now $199, regardless
That's-
of which one it is.
Okay,
Yep.
now I have a dilemma. I have a moral dilemma on my hands, ladies and gentlemen. Do I get a life-size Green Lantern power battery or a PSV?
Life-size Green Lantern
I would
power
go
battery.
with the PlayStation Vita because that's going to be
Because
more
then
useful.
I can get Persona 4 Gold.
But then you can't pretend to be a Green Lantern.
I can do that
Oh,
every day,
dude.
anytime I want. I've got
Yeah,
lights. They
but-
all light up.
you can't put it in the power battery, though.
Depends on what you're calling a power battery.
And say the oath and be like, oh yeah.
The fridge.
That's the fridge.
In that case, I'm a Green Lantern every day. Gotta make my meals in the morning.
Yeah.
Did you see the preview?
For
Diablo 3.
Diablo 3
Nah, it's
expansion,
gonna
the
be
Reaper
glitchy.
of Souls.
So good.
I don't
Did you
know what that
watch
means.
Just the preview trailer,
No, I watched
or
the
did you
gameplay
watch
trailer.
the cinematic intro?
I watched both. with the preview for the Crusader class, which
Yeah.
is what I wanted in the game's release.
Is it a
initially.
paladin, basically?
It's
Well,
a battle
it's
cleric
kinda like it,
paladin.
yeah.
type
Okay, that's what I figured.
It's what it's because I kept playing as the monk, going, I wish this was a paladin, and now they're giving me one. And
My
I'm
monk
pretty
already
excited
kind of
for
was a
it.
paladin because he was already forced to walk around using a shield.
So
So
I got bored with the monk and made a bard. I was like, giant sword,
because of
check.
the way the game is on Inferno difficulty, I ended up having to walk around with a shield anyway. So.
That's lame. I can't wait to play some Crusader.
I don't know if I can buy it.
I know I can, and I will. I'm gonna pre-order it.
Yeah,
Get my
I'm gonna get that
sweet power
The
ups.
sweet collector's edition of the expansion.
I hate that they have collector's editions of expansions.
Why?
I hate you, Blizzard.
You don't have to
Jeez.
buy it. There's no reason for you to hate that.
It just
We'll buy
seems. How much is
The people
it?
that
How much
actually
is it?
care will buy it.
Dude, I was hardcore into Diablo. I just feel like 3 dropped the ball.
It did, but it's picking it back up with a good expansion.
Which is what I was waiting for.
I don't like that though.
I liked my druids. I liked my paladins, and then they were like, "Nope, we're gonna give you a witch doctor. He's gonna throw jars of spiders." And I was like,
No.
This expansion.
Zombie bears.
No.
You have to be
No.
level 55 to get the zombie bears.
Stupid.
It's just a tide of that's pretty sweet.
A tide of zombie
It
bears.
is.
When you're like, tide of
They just
bears.
like shoot out. They're like,
Dude.
I played a bard, and I just jump in and I hit things so hard they explode.
I would love to see that because it'd be better than Sharknado.
Would it?
Yeah, a
It's
tide,
pretty amazing.
a tide of zombie
Tornado of
bears
sharks.
versus a tidal wave of zombie bears.
Tornado sharks.
But anyway,
Bears.
like
Because the bears can't.
there's all kinds of gameplay demos and stuff happening at Gamescom, like more stuff, like basically showing more of games that are coming out soon. There was some extended Skylanders stuff that was shown. The next gen console versions look really good for Skylanders. Like,
Did they show anything about Pokemon XY?
yeah, there was a bunch of new Pokemon XY stuff.
What about
I'm excited. I'm gonna have to buy a 3DS.
Looks
Stupid
great.
Nintendo.
do you have to buy a 3DS or a PS Vita?
3DS. I would
PSV over
no.
3DS.
Wait for another price drop.
I'm gonna play. I want to play me some.
That'll be like
Uncharted
next year.
Golden Abyss.
Do you though? It's not that good.
Well, also you're getting a
It's really
PS4 and it would hook into it for like stuff.
Uncharted Golden Abyss is not the Uncharted you're looking for.
Synergy.
It's not the game.
No, it's really not.
Okay.
I would not buy a system just
You
to
know,
buy that.
No, no.
I-
well, I want
'Cause it's
Persona
kinda
4
bad.
Gold because
Yeah.
Persona 4 Gold looks amazing.
I would just go back and play regular Persona 4.
I haven't. I've played.
Yeah, I would
played
just
through
go
that
back.
game 7 or 8 times.
Go back and play that and buy the 3DS because there's more
Look at
games
this.
for it.
I'm not interested in Nintendo products, but I like me some Pokemon.
Yep.
Just buy Disney Infinity.
No,
you
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get the fire.
see, he's like, yeah, buy that. Just buy that. It's a cool game. It really is. I watched him play it on Twitch TV, and it's pretty good.
I mean, I just got the super
impressive.
edition of Skyrim on my computer, and I've been modding it.
Well,
Anything
Oh
at
man.
Gamescom?
Yeah. Anything else?
they announced they showed red and blue PS4 controllers.
Those are cool.
Yeah, they were pretty awesome. I want a red one real bad.
Man. You know, I wish they would show more stuff. Or I'm sorry, not show, but I want some release dates for like Destiny and Titanfall and
I haven't bought
That's all
an
I
extra
got.
controller since
Ever.
like Halo 3 came out. I think was the last time I bought a
Titanfall
controller.
second
because you
quarter.
bought one of those
Yeah.
Todd McFarlane's.
Yeah,
Titanfall, I
bought both
believe,
of
is
those.
first quarter 2014, maybe second quarter.
It makes me sad.
I want to know about Quantum Break, whatever it's called.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
That game
I'm
looks
just
good.
excited for the PS4.
I'm excited for that.
I know. I'm excited for both, but mainly the PS4.
I'm excited for Dead Rising 3, dude, because
Killzone, the next
I love me
Killzone
some
game,
Kill
it's-
Rising.
It's super good.
Kill Rising, jeez. I'm out of
And
it.
I'm excited for that. But,
Yeah, I think
Marquis
we're all.
always excited about it. Yeah.
Marquise, you napped 3 times. This podcast, you've fallen asleep like 3 times. So I think
Hey.
that's gonna wrap it up,
For those of you
guys.
keeping score at home,
Welcome to the
Marquis up like
Welcome to
3-0.
the finale, everyone. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna be getting into here soon.
I'm excited.
Next week on
Time Rest Tuesday.
Time Rest Tuesday, we are playing Disney Infinity. Will you have a co-op character by then?
I will not.
Because you were debating on buying everything they had or not.
I am
So
buying everything they have.
Okay.
It's all on layaway.
okay, so you're like, I'm gonna get it all, just not today.
I'm paying for it in installments because I'm not a crazy person.
With blood.
You mean a crazy person that reserved both systems?
There's nothing crazy about that.
That's kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
That's kind of
I'm a
crazy.
hardcore gamer.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, he is the hardcore
I
gamer.
Cannot.
I wish I still had.
There's
the
literally
time
nothing
for
crazy
hardcore
about that.
It's a lot for systems.
Is it really?
$900 for systems. I mean, I would in 1 month. I would buy one. Like, look at the
It's-
360. The 360 came
it's
out.
not even a paycheck.
The 360 came out. Then a year later.
It's not even a paycheck.
No,
That
that's
still
$900. That's a paycheck. You get paid every 2
Now I
weeks.
have to battle between.
I'm talking about each one, not total. Each one individually is not even a paycheck.
Okay, so you buy one, then you buy the other one, and it's like a week difference. Just saying a week, because you know it's going to be Xbox One then the PS4.
Yeah.
So why? I just hate that because it's, with the last generation we had a year between them, and the generation
Yeah, but
before
that's-
that we had a year between them.
The time between them doesn't matter. It's the time that.
Let me save up some money.
It's the time that the system lasts.
I bought a GameCube toward the end of its life cycle because I didn't want to get the other.
Xbox One.
Bought the
at
Xbox
launch.
One at launch. I had to wait like a month for that thing, man.
And
It sucked.
so now here it is.
What, Cube?
Here it is.
No,
8
the
years
Xbox
later.
One.
8 years we've played that, and it was a $400 investment.
Oh, you're talking? No, you're talking about 360. Yeah, we both.
Yeah.
I saw I'd wait on that too.
It was a $400 investment,
I remember buying my PlayStation.
and it
2.
lasted 8 years.
Yeah, I just.
Which is, you break that down as nothing.
When did you buy your PS3 though? Next year, right?
I bought it the year after that when the Metal Gear Solid bundle came out, because until that game came out, there was nothing on there that I had to play.
So you
I
waited
had to
2
play
years.
Uncharted, and I had to
Yeah.
play Resistance. Resistance Fall of Man was a great game.
Resistance was really good. It was not something I had to buy a system.
It was not a system seller. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong. It's a good series overall.
The only thing, it wasn't
Not the
until
best
Metal Gear
franchise.
Solid 4 came out that I had to have that.
I had to have a PlayStation 3 mainly because I support Sony, but also because I wanted a backwards compatible system. And
I still got the backwards compatible system
so good.
because they released a special backwards compatible version of an 80 gig hard drive for the Metal Gear Solid.
Which was weird, but
Metal Gear Solid 4 was it was good, but I like 3 better.
you know what? I've been thinking about this because it's coming. Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yep.
Just wow. Because
Yep.
we were talking about this on the on Time Rest Tuesday. They just whipped it out and said, "Look at it," and then took it away.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's how
It's
you
to
build
entice
hype.
people. It's supposed to entice people. That they see it in its beauty and its convoluted storyness, because that's all Metal Gear Solid has.
And that's what we're about to do. We're going to build some hype. It's
Every 2 weeks
brutal
they should
visuals
release,
and
or every 2 months.
poorly
I need more. Every 2 months there should be like 1 minute of gameplay.
Nah,
Something. Anyways,
we fan rabbit.
so we've
so
got
they can
in
overhype it and be disappointed.
Right.
yes, in October. What do we have coming up? We've got what is it?
I am going
CharCon.
to New York City Comic Con.
Marquis going to New York City Comic Con, so we're gonna have a lot of coverage. I've also got another event, but it's gonna take place the same time as CharCon. So, but it's here, so we'll talk about it here off the mic. But I want to announce there's a mystery, possibly third item in October, but it's the same day I believe as CharCon. So we'll talk about it here in a moment. But thank you for everyone listening. Thanks to Dave and the folks here at Lost Legion Games and Comics, because it's amazing here. The environment is great. The atmosphere is outstanding, and it's just wall-to-wall comics, figurines, cards, hero clicks.
Stop by and buy stuff.
Oh
If
man.
you like nerdy things that are awesome and sweet, you should come here all the time.
It's a really big facility too. That's the thing I'm impressed about, the most, because a lot of comic book stores in this town, they've been tiny, so it's pretty big.
So with that, buy more comics.
Do stuff.
Play more games.
Check us out online, timerust.com.